Jack and the Magic Beanstalk, an adventure in the sky. Once upon a time, Jack and his devoted mother lived a happy yet modest life in a small village. One day, his mother said they needed to sell their only cow. On the way, Jack traded the cow for magical beans with a man. His mother was furious and threw the beans out of the window. However, the next morning, Jack faced a miracle. The beans had transformed into a gigantic beanstalk reaching into the sky. Bravely climbing, Jack reached a mysterious kingdom in the sky. There, he encountered a giant and his kind-hearted wife. Jack, expressing his hunger, asked the giant's wife for food. The woman compassionately gave Jack bread and milk. But when the giant came home, Jack hid in fear. The giant bellowed, "Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." However, the giant's wife hid Jack. Jack stole the giant's gold, a hen that laid golden eggs, and finally a magical harp while the giant was asleep. Each time, he returned to his mother and they lived richly and happily for a while. However, during his last adventure, the magic harp's screams woke the giant who chased after Jack. Jack swiftly descended the beanstalk, with the giant following. But Jack was quicker and chopped down the beanstalk, causing the giant to fall and die. Jack and his mother were now wealthy and lived happily ever after. Had this story been narrated by an American children's author, it would emphasize themes like courage, intelligence, and kindness, establish emotional connections between characters, and lead the reader through exciting adventures. This tale would spark children's imagination and curiosity, teaching them to act with courage and wit in the face of life's challenges.
Emma's Enchanted Farm. A tale of friendship and magic. Once upon a time, in the enchanting lands of America, there was a farm as wide as the sky and as green as emerald fields. On this magical farm lived a 10-year-old girl with sparkling brown eyes and straight hair that shimmered under the sun. Her name was Emma, and she greeted each day in her vibrant floral dress and a charming flower headband. With the first light of dawn, Emma would awaken, her eyes full of curiosity as she gazed out her window, welcoming the vibrant life of her beloved farm. This small farm was her world of endless adventure. Each morning, she would eagerly venture out to feed her animal companions, sharing moments of joy and receiving their affectionate looks in return. One day, nestled under the shade of an ancient tree on the farm, Emma discovered a glowing, mysterious stone. This stone was a mystical gift from a long-lost civilization. Upon touching the stone, Emma found herself endowed with the incredible ability to communicate with animals. Initially taken aback, she soon embraced her newfound skill, diving deep into the world of her animal friends, understanding their happiness, their worries, and their tales. One starlit night, as Emma prepared for bed, she heard a gentle tapping at her window. A concerned chicken stood there, seeking Emma's help. A crafty fox had stealthily entered the farm, heading straight for the hen house. Without a moment's delay, Emma informed her father. Swiftly, he took action, warding off the fox with his lantern, thus preventing an imminent threat to the farm animals. Emma's unique gift of talking to animals had saved the day. This incident only strengthened the bond between Emma and her furry and feathered friends. They were not merely companions but also each other's guardians. Each day, Emma embarked on new adventures, exploring the wonders of farm life and its many marvels. Thus, the story of Emma on her enchanted farm evolved into a magical saga, showcasing the power of love and understanding between animals and humans. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of Emma's captivating adventures with her animal friends.
Alex's Bicycle Adventure. A lesson in thrills and safety. Once upon a time, in a small town, an exciting tale began to unfold. In this town lived a young boy named Alex. Alex lived with a burning desire to own a bicycle, which he considered his greatest dream. Every day, he watched as his friends zoomed around the streets on their bicycles, a pang of envy gnawing at his heart, wishing he had one too. But one day, Alex's life took a remarkable turn. His mother decided to take things into her own hands and spoke to his father about getting Alex a bicycle. His father, determined to bring happiness to his son, went all out and purchased the finest bicycle available. Alex eagerly mounted his new bicycle, only to realize that it wasn't as easy as he had imagined. In his very first attempt, he tumbled to the ground, his face etched with disappointment. At this point, Alex's father stepped in. He made it clear that he was going to teach his son how to ride. But his guidance wasn't just about fun. It was about safety too. He emphasized, never ride without a helmet and knee pads. It's the most important rule of all. However, young Alex disregarded his father's advice and continued to ride without wearing a helmet and knee pads, believing that it was the thrill that mattered most. Little did he know that things would not go as planned. Soon enough, he found himself falling off the bicycle and seriously injuring his knee. This painful experience left him convinced that he would never ride a bike again. But with time, his knee healed, and Alex, remembering his father's advice, put on his helmet and knee pads. He felt ready and safe. He ventured outside to ride with his friends once more, rediscovering the thrill of it all. Alex had learned a valuable lesson: safety always comes first, and listening to advice is a wise choice. This story teaches us that sometimes the most important lessons are learned the hard way.
Buddy Bear's Big Adventure, a whimsical journey in the enchanted forest. Step into the magical world of Buddy Bear and his endearing forest pals in this captivating tale of friendship and understanding. In a lush, sprawling forest, Buddy Bear, a large and lovable bear, lived amidst the trees and streams. On a sunny day, his stomach grumbled with hunger. After failing to catch fish in the river, Buddy thought, "I'll find some honey instead. I love honey even more than fish." Venturing deeper into the woods, Buddy discovered a beehive hanging from a branch. "Oh, how hungry I am," he sighed, reaching for the hive. Suddenly, the resident bees, none too happy about this, buzzed around him in a protective frenzy, chasing him away. In his hurried escape, Buddy clumsily entered Bunny's garden, trampling over the delicate plants. Bunny, quite upset, scolded Buddy, who apologized profusely. But Bunny wouldn't listen, too angry at the destruction. The chase was far from over. Buddy and Bunny, now together, accidentally ran through Hedgie the hedgehog's laundry line, creating a bigger mess. Hedgie was upset, joining Bunny in their scolding. Their adventure took another turn when they stumbled into Froggy's play area, breaking his beloved toy. Unlike the others, Froggy remained calm and advised, "Jump into the water. Bees can't chase us there." And so, they all dove into the stream, finding respite in the cool waters. The bees, hovering above, said to Froggy, "We admire your kindness and won't chase you." Addressing Buddy, they explained, "You tried to take our honey without permission, which upset us." Bunny, confused, asked, "Why chase me? I prefer carrots. The bees replied, if you had been more understanding, we wouldn't have chased you. Bees don't appreciate angry bunnies. They then turned to Hedgie, you too reacted with anger. We don't take kindly to angry hedgehogs. Froggy spoke up, buzzing friends, please forgive Buddy, Bunny, and Hedgie. Let's all live in peace. The bees agreed and flew back to their hive. In the heart of the forest, Buddy Bear, Bunny, Hedgie, and Froggy learned valuable lessons in forgiveness and compassion. As the day ended, the forest glowed with the warmth of newfound friendships and harmony. And that brings us to the end of our enchanting forest tale.
Carlos and the Forest Guardian. Once upon a time, in a small American town nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, there lived a boy named Carlos. Unlike other kids in town who found joy in games and laughter, Carlos often wandered alone, his only companions being his thoughts and the gentle rustling of leaves. The children in town seemed distant to him, like stars in a faraway galaxy, bright but out of reach. One crisp autumn day, drawn by the call of the wild, Carlos meandered into the forest. The trees stood like ancient sentinels, guarding secrets of the woodland. As he ventured deeper, his eyes caught sight of a trapped wolf beneath a fallen tree. Carlos felt a pang of fear at first, but it quickly melted into compassion as he looked into the wolf's pleading eyes. Summoning his courage, Carlos carefully lifted the heavy branches, freeing the majestic creature. He tended to its wounds with gentle hands, and in those quiet moments, a silent bond formed between boy and beast. The wolf, with grateful eyes, gazed at Carlos as if imprinting his image into its heart. Returning home under a starlit sky, Carlos shared his tale with his family. His eyes sparkled with the fire of adventure, and his heart swelled with the pride of bravery. His family listened, wide-eyed and awestruck, as Carlos recounted his woodland encounter. Days passed, and the lure of the forest called to Carlos again. As he strolled along a mossy path, a snarl broke the serenity of the forest air. A feral dog, teeth bared, emerged from the underbrush. Frozen with fear, Carlos braced for the worst. But just as quickly as the danger appeared, a shadow darted from the trees. It was the wolf he had saved. With a fierce stance and a protective growl, the wolf stood between Carlos and the snarling dog. Understanding the unspoken message, the dog retreated into the forest's embrace. Relieved, Carlos looked into the eyes of his savior. The wolf, now his guardian, accompanied him to the edge of the town, ensuring his safe passage. In that moment, a friendship was forged, transcending the boundaries of boy and wild. And so, the tale of Carlos and the Forest Guardian became a whispered legend in the town. A story of loneliness transformed into a saga of courage, kindness, and the most unexpected of friendships. It was a tale that reminded everyone that even in our loneliest moments, the universe might just send us a guardian in the most unexpected of forms.
Emma and Ethan's magical voyage to Turkey. In a vibrant classroom somewhere in America, two young souls, Emma and Ethan, were bubbling with excitement. Their teacher had given them a fascinating assignment, to imagine a journey to any corner of the world and then share their adventure with their classmates. Their eyes danced with excitement as they scanned the globe and stopped at a land filled with wonder, Turkey. Our adventure begins in Cappadocia, where fairy chimneys touch the sky and balloons soar like dreams, exclaimed Emma. Ethan nodded in agreement, his mind filled with visions of otherworldly landscapes. As they started their story, the classroom walls seemed to dissolve, transporting everyone to the mystical valleys of Cappadocia. Emma described how they awoke at the crack of dawn to a sky painted with the hues of the sunrise. Together, they floated in a hot air balloon, gazing down at the surreal formations below. It was like stepping into a storybook, Emma recalled, her voice echoing the awe she felt. Their journey continued through the lively markets of Cappadocia. Ethan vividly described the handcrafted pottery and vibrant textiles, bringing the lively bazaar to life in the classroom. Emma added her memories of the mouth-watering aromas of Turkish treats wafting through the air. As night embraced Cappadocia, they recounted their stay in a cave hotel, where history and modern comfort met in harmony. The walls echoed with stories from long ago, Ethan said, his voice filled with wonder. But as all great tales do, their adventure too had to come to an end. With a hint of sadness, Emma and Ethan shared their return journey to America. As their plane ascended, they peered down at Turkey one last time, etching its beauty and their unforgettable experiences in their hearts forever. Back in their classroom, as Emma and Ethan finished their tale, the room burst into applause. Their story had transformed from a mere assignment into an inspiration, igniting a flame of adventure in every young heart. Thus, Emma and Ethan's magical voyage to Turkey became a cherished story among their peers, a reminder that adventure is always just a dream away. Their journey had concluded, but for every child in that classroom, it marked the start of their own dreams of exploration and adventure.